How's it going, Martha?
Very well, thank you.
All right. So when I listen to your music, I don't really ever find myself saying, man, that sounds a lot like this person or this person. Is that kind of your goal when you go out to make music? Do you want to be the original?
That's what I thought I want it to be. It makes it more difficult to market, though, I've noticed. And but certainly, I grew up in a house of musicians, and you needed to have something to make you stand out in some way, and it was I think that having an identifiable sound and voice was at least a way that I could get some attention.
So your life changed a couple of years ago. Do you want to kind of talk about that and how it's affected your music?
Well, yeah, about I guess it would it's just over 3 years ago. My mom died. She her name was Kate McGarrigle. She was a fantastic songwriter from the McGarrigle sisters. She and her sister Anna made many records and wrote great songs. And she died of clear cell sarcoma, which is a rare form of cancer, an orphan cancer as they call it, because there's no money for research. And so my brother and I actually are trying to, create some awareness and do shows to raise money. And at the same time that she died, she was 63, just simultaneously I had a child, but I had my child in England because I was touring and he came prematurely, and I was actually on stage, and so I couldn't be with my mother really at the same time because the baby was still in the incubator, and as he was getting larger, she was getting smaller in her bed, and it was kind of an incredible transference of life, but of course, very life-changing because, you become a motherless person, which is always hard, and then a mother at the same time. So just two really big things, and then that's sort of what a lot of this record came out of, so that's that was a big changes.
Well, to shift the subject a little bit, I was watching the movie The Aviator probably 3 months ago, and I thought, hey, the musicians on that stage, they look so familiar. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's the Wainwrights.
Yeah, they
so
look
how'd you get involved with that?
I know, really. They look, they're very similar looking. Yeah. Well, it was kind of one of the greatest days of my life. I studied theater in school and acting, and I don't get to act in this movie. I sing, but I was in London again and sitting around my friend's flat, and we were drinking coffee and complaining about our lives and nothing ever happens to us and what are we going to do. And then I got a call from Martin Scorsese saying, I booked you a first class ticket on a plane to Montreal. We'd like you to come tomorrow and be in my new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Alec Baldwin. And I just,
that has never happened to me.
No, and I know. And so that was really, it was really a great day, and it was really fun to do.
How long did it take to do your part for the movie?
Well, there really is a lot of sitting and waiting, and I was in makeup for 2 days waiting, and I just wasn't really convinced that it was actually going to happen at all. And then finally on the last day, in the final hours, we shot the scene, and it didn't take long, maybe 3 or 4 hours.
So your new album, Come Home to Mama, is out and available, and I was listening to it, and I thought the production on it was, I don't know, like almost futuristic, kind of. And I saw that your sound was described as twisted pop. Is that something that you agree with, or how would you describe it?
I like that. The record sort of has this kind of. We started with one song called Leave Behind, and the inspiration was Blade Runner. So it's futuristic, but also a little bit steeped in the past, which my music always sort of is, because it's acoustic music based, so I'm not reinventing the wheel here at all. But I like to try and incorporate sounds that are perhaps not always associated with folk music, just to do something different. And in this case, I felt that these set of songs could really take a more electronic, and it's not an electronic album, but it has certainly more keyboards and things like that. It's not as, let's say, Americana as normally folk music would go into, and I think the main reason for that is the producer, who is Yuka Honda from Chibomano.
Excellent. Well, playing a show at the Doug Fir tonight. Let's hear some more music. Give it up for Martha Wainwright.